Hey, what's up? I kind of feel like that song ended just a skosh early, but that's all right. I hope you are doing well. Happy Wednesday. It is Hump Day. We are almost through the day. Give yourself the old pat on the back. And by you know what? I got that messy hair, and usually we say messy hair don't care, but we're doing it anyway. I'm putting a hat on. I don't need the sunglasses though. It is definitely inside. What is up? Hope you guys are doing well. Happy Wednesday afternoon, 4 o'clock on the East Coast. Poof, man, oh man, this day's cruising by. We have got very excited. I feel like this is my new way to start the show. Is that I'm going to talk about my dinner plans because dinner is in just a little while. We can't probably go as long as maybe we normally do to like 5:30. I probably got to be out of here a little bit before then. We are having dinner with a neighborhood friend. So we are going to the steakhouse. Very excited about that tonight. Probably go get myself a steak and a tater. You know what I mean? A little steak and a tater, maybe some garlic butter, maybe some steak frites. No, steak French fries. A steak fries is a French thing. Steak freedom fries. Freedom fries is what we eat in our house. Freedom fries. Let's see what is going on. Let's do some house cleaning here. Mike Vollmer getting the gold medal. There we go. 6 a.m. Doug picking up another medal this week. Congratulations, sir. Got the silver. And then Jake the Crypto Snack. He came just for the like button, but guess what? He got the bronze. So there you go. And then I threw a little, there was your podium, ladies and gentlemen. Just like the Olympics, you got to have your gold, your silver, and your bronze. So appreciate you guys being here. You could be anywhere in the world doing anything, but you have chosen to spend your time here with us. So make sure, smash the like button, hit the heart. If you are watching on X, we are on both platforms. Everything is back to normal. We had a little hiccup on Monday with what we know. X was having a major outage that they were getting hacked. And so that was disconnected. We couldn't stream to X on Monday for whatever reason. Some other people were able to, but I was not. But we are back, baby. Back yesterday and back today. So who else we got in the crowd today? Let's say what's up. Blocky. Whoa, man, oh man. That's some scary shit that you showed us. Leslie. What's up, Leslie? High Life. What is up, fam? Old Army. Here we go. Yo, yo, yo. My Ninja Fourth. What's up, my dude? Bourbon 5-0. Welcome. Appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. All right, there we go. That's everybody that has showed up early that has got in the chat. If you feel like chatting and you are on X, let's see. We'll do this one early. I'm going to do this early today. I feel like this is a good time to do it. And, maybe if we need to do it again later. But while I've got your attention and before we kick it off, before we start the show, as they say. All right, so you are watching the show like this. I'll turn the volume up just so you can hear. This is not like a video or anything. Like this is, see? That's the real thing. So you're watching this. Look, all you got to do, go like that. Bada boom. Bada bing. Whoa, I went from 3 to 5 on there. And then just spin it back. Look at that. There you go. As long as that heart turns red or pink, whatever color that is to you, I don't care. Pink. And then you go back to full screen. There you go. If you're watching on your phone, that's how you do that. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. Dougie Fresh, my dude. I just saw that pop in. Thank you. All right. Crypto. Let's go. Oh, there we go. Bourbon 5-0 on the YouTubes now. Let's get it. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. It is, hey, it's 4 o'clock here on the East Coast. That means it is 1 o'clock, 1:07 on the West Coast. Shout out to my West Coast people. Hope you guys had a great lunch. It is, let's see if it's 4, I think, plus 5. So 9 p.m. Good evening to you, Doug. If I'm not mistaken, I believe it's 9 p.m. over in England. So where else is anybody coming from? What other time zones? I said what I believe to be England's the East Coast and the West Coast of America. Drop your time right now. I want to know. Nice hat. There we go. It's that Web3 breakfast. I really wish. Is it not in here? Man, I got it's not here in my office. I got a hat. I should just throw it on the back there because here's the deal. I got one of those hats from the Ondo Summit that has the Ondo logo on it. but it's kind of like one of those dad hats. And the problem is I've got a grande cabeza. It is what it is. You can look. I mean, you can see. I got 3 clips to the end, 3 sheets to the wind, or whatever they say. I got 3 clips until this hat wouldn't fit me. Thank God my head stopped growing, or that would have been a terrible tragedy. You could never wear hats. So with that being said, a lot of those little hats, like those little dad hats or whatever, they just don't quite fit me right. And so unfortunately, my Ondo hat doesn't fit. I should probably get one made. You're right, Meg. Thank you so much. That's what my mom used to tell me too, is that I've got a big brain. Don't worry about it. It doesn't affect me. It worked to my advantage for football. I used to be like a wedge buster. I used to go down there and just knock people out. So it is good for something. So let's get it. Michigan time. There you go. Michigan time. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, does it split? Is Michigan all on East Coast? We've got a lake house in Southwest Michigan, and I believe that is East Coast time, because that was always the thing, where we lived in the suburbs of Chicago. It was Central time zone, but the lake house was East Coast. So store all that knowledge, just like Bitcoin is a store of value, and crypto, this brain, this noggin is a store of knowledge. Oh, we got another Michigan. All right, let's go. Cali gang, let's get it. See, look at that. Victor Ramirez says, Cali gang, 1 p.m. here, just finished lunch. Man, do I know it or do I know it? I get it. Ted Nugent country. Yeah, there it is. Ted Nugent. All right, let's get into the show. Let's talk about some crypto in a second here. Oh, there we go. We got Old Army coming from the Lone Star State. I spent about damn near close to a decade living in Austin, Texas. We love Texas. I miss Austin. I don't think that I would ever move back there. The conditions would have to be totally different, and I would have to be in a much different position that I'm in and what I do. And so we'll see, right? Maybe that's like a later in life thing. We love Austin. I love the lifestyle. I love the weather. I love the atmosphere, the ambiance, everything. But we just want to check something else out and then check out some new places. Ninja Forbes says dad hats rule. Dad hats are cool. They just don't fit up there. All right. Oh, Jake the Crypto Snack. I got you. Portland, Oregon. There you didn't finish. All right, my West Coast people, man. We got a lot of West Coast people tuning in. I like that. There you go, Dougie Fresh, my guy. I like chat. You know what? It's fun to sometimes, instead of just like trying to get through this and then missing all the chat, it's fun to just kind of like chat with you guys. So Desert Crypto, AZ time. Are you Pacific or is that Mountain? Does it depend on where you live in the state? Is it split up or is it all one or the other? I actually don't know. Let's see. Arizona time zone. Okay, he's thinking. Oh, we'll go back to that as soon as it loads. Here we go. Arizona time zone is Mountain Standard. Okay, that's what I thought. Boom. No daylight savings. Isn't this like, man, it's been like one of the weirdest weeks, still kind of just, and I know it's only 1 hour, but like my mornings are all just so off because of just how it looks. It's dark. I just don't feel like I'm at the right time of where I need to be. It's just, I hope that this is it. Whoever's listening, if you're in charge of daylight savings time, I know that I'm just a guy, but I think I speak for a lot of people. Enough of the madness. Enough. We're not farmers. We don't need it. It screws with our systems, and we just don't need that. And I know that's like probably it helps them because it keeps us down, right? Damn the man, like get them off their schedules so they get all late for work and get fired or whatever. I don't know. Anyway, I would really, really hope daylight savings times was to save coal during World War I. I thought it was so that the farmers could get out there and have light to plow the fields. Maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, that's what Corey says. I'm gonna pull this one up because I feel like a couple years ago that this was something that like we were done with this. So I was shocked when it came up to it because I thought we were done. Done. Florida passed something that was supposed to stop the changing stuff, but for some reason we're still changing. Ugh. Taco Pro 19 from Nebraska and corn. I will tell you, you're not wrong. You are not wrong. So when we lived in so I grew up in Naperville, it was the suburbs of Chicago, and me and my buddies used to drive up to Colorado all the time. It was, it would be the overnight drive. It'd be like four of us pile into a car. We just drive overnight, and by the morning we're there. And you would have to go through Iowa and Nebraska, and I'll tell you what, man, boring. And that's why we did it at night, because that shit is just boring, man. Like, ugh. It's like same thing as like driving through Texas. Texas is, if you go through the small towns, it's really funny when you drive through Texas, because it's a lot of like snow cone and what else do they have? It's to the two weirdest things that they have at the shops. There's like snow cones and something else. Tacos and snow cones, I think, is what it is, if that's all that comes to memory. But it's like the strangest thing. And all these little tiny ass towns, you drive for hours, and that's like, so okay. So when I rewind it back, when I say like with what I do and what my family and I do, we like to take road trips. We like to drive a lot, and the proximity of where we are now in Northwest Georgia, it's great, right? Like in a couple hours, in an hour and a half, you're up in the mountains. In a couple hours, you're at the ocean. You're really close to getting around a lot of different things. It doesn't matter. Whereas in Austin, Texas, you're in the car for several hours, and guess what? You're still in Texas. You haven't left. And so, it's one of those things, man. Nebraska and Iowa, that's what we were talking about. That boring drive. Snow cones, taco trucks, and fireworks. That is Texas, man. That is, if you want to know about, if you take the country roads somewhere and you drive through those small towns, man, that's what it is. That's what it is. Snow cones, tacos, and fireworks. I got a question from Leslie Collins coming in. Jay Chains, I really want to be financially free, but I don't have a lot of capital to deploy. Should I put some more money on ADA, Ondo, or Jasmy? Any advice? Thank you. I mean, why not split it up, right? Why not? If you can DCA, if you can do 33% in each one. If I were to think so, if this was my money, I would put more of it into Ondo, because that's just what I believe in a more of a long-term thing. Jasmy to me is more of a speculative, but I feel like it's going to pop and pop big. And then Cardano, hey, Ada Gang, let's get it. Like, it's going to do well, but that's kind of a long-term play, because if I'm not mistaken, 2028 is kind of like really the metric of where Cardano is looking. So Blocky's daughter's 20th birthday today. Hey, Blocky's daughter. I don't know what your name is, but young Blocky, happy birthday. Happy 20th birthday. You got this. Let's go. Driven from Omaha to Denver probably 30 times. Would rather get I feel you. All right. So back to Leslie. So here's and we'll look at the charts in a little bit. We will look at some charts. I think that Jasmy probably has more of a potential to get the X's, right? Ondo to me that is just the strong play. It's going to perform very well. There might be some that perform better in the market, but it is, to me, that's the lion's share of my portfolio. Jasmy, I hold some. Cardano at the moment, I don't. I actually have to find this. It drives me crazy. And this, you guys, is going to drive you guys crazy too. But I only had one copy of the seed phrase for my Cardano wallet for my Cardano wallet here on, what is it called? What is the what's the app called? Nami, on my Nami wallet. And I only had it digitally, and I think I might have deleted it. So I've got to do some digging. Nice. Hey, shit happens. It's all right. There's a bunch of NFTs. I'll figure it out. I will be able to figure it out. I'm sure it was one of those things where I put it into a file for safekeepings. I just, got to find it. But never fear. Never fear. All right. Leslie, you're very welcome, Leslie. Absolutely. All right. Let's go. You're making some cake. Nice. Love to see that. Malibu in the house. Let's go get it. Kira. That's her name. Kira. Let's go. Happy birthday, Kira. I wish I was 20 again too. Sometimes I feel like it. Sometimes I act like it. But for the most part. That's why my gut was telling me Ondo, but I didn't know if I should delegate, be a degenerate and put it all on Jasmine. I mean, the watch the charts, right? I feel, and we'll look at this later, right? We'll see, does one look like it's closer to having a breakout than the other? And if you could time it out, I know that, it's kind of squirrely and things could go completely opposite of your plan. But if, say one's in a pinch and it's getting ready to hopefully break out. I mean, we know Jasmine's going to break out. It's like everything's going to break out at some point. It just all depends on when it runs. But, maybe one is showing signs of a breakout sooner than the other. So you jump into one right now, try to catch a pop, take some of the profits, and then, start, buying some bags of other ones. But we'll take a look at that. Yo, Crypto Billy in the house. My G, let's get it. Man, what a crew. Man, I'll tell you what. Thank you guys for being here. Make sure that you smash that like button because it is the number one thing you can do to help me out. It's also kind of like the proverbial. Oh, here we go. So you can see it. Pat yourself on the back. You know what I mean? You might as well thank yourself for being here. Like you could be doing anything, but you're here. We're going to have fun. We're going to chit chat with the chat. We're going to learn about some crypto stuff. We'll go over some headlines. We'll look at the market. We'll look at some headlines, and then we'll look at some charts. And I went through what we did yesterday. I had put out that post saying, give me some CAs, give me some coins, whatever. And I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 coins we're going to look at towards the tail end of the show. And those are the ones that were the community submissions for what we should be looking at. So, all right, couple things while we finish our house cleaning here. One, I put this out there today. I just tweeted this, so I'm going to need you guys to make sure that you get in there and vote over on the X right here. We got the XRP Army, the Link Marines, the H Barbarians, and the Ada Gang. I know there's others, but I wanted to make sure that this was under like the 280 characters so that it doesn't hide stuff. Every strong project has a strong community name. Time to lock in an identity for the Ondo community. Vote for your favorite option. Drop your best selections below. You got the Ondo Outlaws, the Operatives, the Ondo Syndicate, or other. Write something down below. So let me just make sure that I want to copy this. Copy link. I'm going to drop that into the chat there over on YouTube so you guys got that. Make sure that you vote in there or drop something. If you want to see something, if you want to see a new, and like maybe we get a lot of really good options as the write-ins and we do another vote. And it's kind of like we'll do it. Oh, we're going to do the March Madness of Ondo. It's going to be a tournament. I'm going to make a bracket. It's going to be a tournament style poll system comment ranking. I don't know. We're going to figure this out, and this is going to be amazing. But this is March. It is March Madness. So we are going to make sure that we do a March Madness bracket for this. So make sure we got 49 votes in there. I just put this up just before about 30 minutes ago. So get in there and vote. I need those votes. I need those those write-in comments. Let's get it. Come on. We got to start. I want to be like the master of the group or whatever they call themselves yet. To this point, we don't have a name. I know that there's like the Ondovians and the Ondo something, but we'll have to create our own faction, if you will. All right, so we want to zoom this thing out just to January 1st. All right, so this is the beginning of the year here. All right, so fear and greed index today coming in at 34. And this is kind of strange. I've seen this thing moving around a little bit. This seems high. We are on CoinGlass. I will trust CoinGlass. And when we switch over to Coin Market Cap, obviously it's going to have a different number. I believe it's an extreme fear on Coin Market Cap, if I'm not mistaken. So showing a little bit different here. We have seen some other. We used to use Coin Stats, and that was also, it would always have a little bit of a different number than Coin Market Cap. It would just be a little different, a little bit more dramatic. Why don't we take a look at that and see what it says, just so we can check them all. The fear and greed index. The fear and greed index on Coin Stats is coming in at 19. Extreme fear. There you go. All right, so We can look at this chart so you can see. I did pull this thing out. This was back over to CoinGlass really quick, and this is, man. We'll probably make this something that we maybe want to tune in on this once a week and just kind of keep an eye on the fear and greed index until we get a barometer on which direction is it going. So as you can see, no clear indication that we've broken out of the fear and greed index. I wouldn't necessarily say that we're going to chart it like that, but as you can see over here on March 2nd. On March 6th, and then today on the 11th, we've kind of peaked out here at this number right here, about 24. 34 is what this is saying today, but it was bouncing into the 20s, which is strange. Even though when you click here, it says 34. I saw this thing bouncing around a whole bunch of times earlier today, so it's really strange that it's showing that. But all right, let's bring it on over to where we really like to look, and that is Coin Market Cap. There you go. The market is, man, it's not really doing much today. It's up a little bit, almost 0.5% based on, where we're at this point in the day. Obviously, we've had a little bit of volatility, so we'll take a look at that in a second here. But the market cap sitting at 2.66 trillion. Volume is down almost 30% today. You got Bitcoin dominance down. It was 62 something here. Well, actually, no, that was on TradingView where it was 62 something. Let's look. Bitcoin dominance coming in at 62.09 over on TradingView. But here, let's finish what we got on Coin Market Cap first. So that is showing 61.1 with an ETH at 8.5, and gas ETH Gwei has dropped down from it was 0.79 or 0.78 yesterday down to 0.68. So that is down. Pi still trending. Banana, not know what that is. Vic, Tia, Celestia, Red. Don't know much about those. I do know Tia. And let's see, our fear and greed index here says 19. Altcoin season. I love this. This is probably their version of the others chart, and I would want to see the CMC altcoin season index page provides real-time insights into whether the cryptocurrency market is currently in altcoin season based on the performance of the top 100 altcoins relative to Bitcoin over the past 90 days, with detailed charts and metrics for tracking market trends and altcoin dominance. I wonder if they've got stablecoins in here. That's I would want to know that question. Is that in here? It would be probably close to this. If it was, it would be probably close to like this 0 line. Look at that. What's the 90 days? You got Bitcoin's performance. This is interesting because this is something that we were looking at before just a few weeks ago, where Bitcoin had only taken a 12% dive when everything else was like 30 plus, right? Now you're looking at Bitcoin has slid even further down, almost to 17%. We've got obviously some pumpers or whatever, but as far as things that are down, XRP down only 5%. So XRP outperforming Bitcoin over the last 90 days. Whew. What is on its heels? You got KuCoin shares, BNB. BNB is going to rip. We're going to talk about a story. There was a massive investment into Binance from Abu Dhabi. So that we will look at in just a second. Shout out to all of my we already agreed on the DeLoreans. There's my girl Ellie. I appreciate you popping in here. It's on. It'll be on the bracket. That's what we're doing. We're doing a March Madness style elimination Ondo community naming bracket. I will have that done for you guys tonight. We will have that out depending on, well, actually, I put this thing for 7 days, but I'm going to let it run for just a little while tonight. We'll get some stuff on it, and then I'll fill out a bracket. That's what we'll do for the Ondo community. There we go. Devarati, hey, Devarati Roy, dropping a super chat. Appreciate you for the $5. Thank you so much. Hey Jay, which alt will even out and recover fastest? XRP, Ondo, HBAR, Render in the next 4 weeks. Man, I feel like if we're talking about activity, and so I think the way that you have it listed is probably how it's going to go. XRP, the news is just way too bullish. There is such a huge narrative about XRP, especially with all the things they've got their hands in and what they're doing, plus the ETFs. And I know that there's a pause on it, but the pause is just so like the administrate and like, the staff and the personnel change can happen. And then I believe most of that stuff is going to fast track and it will these ETFs are going to pop and they're going to roll out. I did post a question if anybody has a list. I think somebody did give me an answer, so I got to go back and check that. But if someone's got a list of all the outstanding ETFs, I would love to see that because I want to do something with that. But the whole idea of these 4 coins, I feel like you've just got to. To me, it's. We'll look at the chart too on this, but narratively speaking, right? Just talking about news and activity and what's happening. XRP all over the place. Ondo all over the place. HBAR, I feel like they're starting to kind of come into their own. Same thing, getting close. Render is just, it's more of like that niche. Like it's going to go, it's going to pump, but what's the catalyst? What is the news for Render specifically to rip? That's what we got to think about. You've got massive in the order that you listed, man. I think is the way to do it. So Ondo Mondo Peons. Ondo Mondo the Ondo Mondo Peons. And you're wrong if you disagree. I love that. Well, we're gonna put it up there. And so we'll get this thing all scored away. I can't wait until we get this bracket filled out and then everybody can put in their brackets and we'll see. And maybe we'll do a big giveaway at the end of it. We'll definitely have to do a big giveaway at the end of it, especially if somebody picks the winner. My goodness. Especially. I don't know how I'll get back to you more on that stuff. All right, let's rip through our new. Wait. We want to look through here. Let's look at our top 10 really quick. We've got Bitcoin doing 82.8, almost at 83. Love to see that. However, it is still down 8% on the week. You got Ethereum coming at 1880, down 16% almost on the week, down almost 3% on the day. XRP 222 up 2% on the day, but down almost 11% on the week. BNB 568 up almost 2.5%, but down almost 5% on the week. Solana 124, man. Hey, you gotta hate to see that. Well, this is the time that we do this. That's always my reminder of, hey, it's wonderful to do a quick checkup on our whole Solana versus Ethereum swap challenge. All right, here we go. Yeesh. Good thing we would be down $3,300 if we stayed with the Solana. However, well, let's do this. Bring you guys full screen up there. There you go. All right, so pay no attention to the. Why is it not? There you go. Pay no attention to the 13,000. That's just combining them. So we swapped the 54 Solana, which is at this point worth 6,700. For the 374 Ethereum, which is 7,000, right? It was 10,000 at the time. So we're down 30% Ethereum. We would be down even more if we had kept that Solana. So good thing we kept the ETH. It's probably time to move it into something else, though. Tradefly, appreciate you, fam. You can add a top into your pizza now. Man, I appreciate you. That's big time. Thank you. You know that is Friday. Make sure Friday morning we got Web3 breakfast. I will get the link out for that, so that we can start getting some people lined up and we can start having a solid jam-packed episode on Friday mornings. Because here's the deal. I am starting this kind of whole week in review thing where I'm taking what I feel is the best story from each day or the best news or, just whatever, right? So let me see what I've got so far. Monday, our the recap of Monday is the CME gap closed. Tuesday was the announcement, and this we may change this, but Tuesday was the Taproot Wizards announcement, the NFT sale 2 years too late. I don't know. They inscribed these things 2 years ago, and now they're selling them. That seems like something we should talk about. So there you go. Those are some of the ideas that we're going to talk about on Friday on Web3 Breakfast. So cannot wait until you guys and all of us connect on Friday morning, 9 a.m. Eastern. So link will be out either tonight or tomorrow, something like that. Got a lot of stuff to do. Got a bracket to make and a link to kick out. I think we could do it. All right, let's round this up. We got Cardano. Got to bring you back. Don't forget to bring it back. Take that, everyone, to back. You got Cardano coming at 72 cents. It's down 26% on the week, up almost 10% on the day. A little bit over 10%, excuse me. And then Dogecoin down 17% on the week to almost 17 cents, up a percent and a quarter today. And then you got Tron running out our top 10. It is at 22 cents. down almost 9% on the week, down 1% on the day. All right, let's take a look at our biggest gainers. Pi, again, this is crazy. Like, I don't get it. Celestia, Story, Ronin, and Decentraland. Those are top 5. But let's look at we like losers because we look for opportunities to make money. Not too many, nothing crazy, man. I'll tell you what, nothing crazy as far as losers today. Good to see. And then here we go. What's still down on the week? What do we got opportunity wise on the week? You got Hyperliquid down 26%, Cardano down 26%, Sonic Phantom down 26%, Jasmine down 20. There you go. You got to get your Jasmine. Don't forget your Jasmine before the bull run. We talked about that yesterday. We've been talking about that a lot. Much like the narrative here, and I'm saying the same thing. But if there is anybody new here, make sure you smash the like button. But also, Jasmine, much like the narrative in the U.S. is changing with crypto, Japan is doing the same thing, and that's one of their favorite coins over there in Japan. So you're gonna want to make sure that you get a little satchel of that. Then Ondo down 25% almost on the week, 85 cents. I'll tell you what. And Pith right below that, down 24%, 23.5% on the day. I tell you what, I feel like I need to swap out of some of the projects that I'm in and just go heavier into Ondo right now below $1 at 85 cents. I will talk to AJ about that tomorrow. I'm getting very close to having my portfolio in a position where I want to at least approach him with it and say, "Hey, what do you think?" And then possibly do like a video kind of digesting it and seeing what moves I should make. Like I'm okay with like saying, "Hey, this is what I got." Even doing this in a video, this is what I got. What moves should I make? And then, obviously those are all personal choices, no financial advice or whatever, but something like that. I think that could be fun. Under $1 is a buy in my book, says 6 a.m. Dougie Fresh. Absolutely about Ondo. I agree with you there. Be way cooler if Pi Moon tomorrow on Pi Day. Oh, I bet it's going to. I bet it will, even though it's pumping right now, unless that's like a buy the rumor, sell the news thing. Let's look at Pi. They should have done why wasn't the supply not the 3.14 or whatever? And by the way, I don't know if he's in the house today, but my guy Corey, I know my dude Corey is absolutely busting his ass out there doing his thing, working for the water department in Florida, making sure that you guys that live in Florida have all the atrazine that you need in there. But oh yeah, there he is. But I have seen a video of him reciting Pi. He just types it in the thing. Like he knows that shit. Like that is amazing to me. That takes some skills to pay the bills, my brother. Congratulations for committing that to memory. Because like I could commit, I have my credit card number committed to memory, but like for me, Pi is one of those useless things that I wouldn't need that stored in my brain. I have plenty of useless trivia knowledge that just is locked up in there. And I think we all kind of have that same thing, right? We're just not that we want to be trivia people, but we can just handle it because we've somehow stored a whole bunch of useless information up there. It's like a superpower, I suppose. All right, let's blast through some news right quick. I mean, like really quick. All right, let's share this one. This is amazing. SEC and Ripple legal battle approaching the end. This is an insider report. I believe our friend Ellie Tourette is the one who broke this. Yep. According to well-placed sources by Ellie Tourette, the case is currently in the process of wrapping up. Love to hear that. All right. Something is taking resources. I got to close something because I'm going to start freezing up here in a second. And I don't know which one of these tabs. It might be this fear and greed index thing because it's frozen on me now. So if you lose me, I apologize. If you do, for whatever reason, say I just pop off the screen, I would like for you guys to do me a favor and make sure that you mash the like button. Absolutely. Just Friday pizza day is pie day. Pizza pie day. Whoa. Guys, that's massive. All right. This what tab is doing this? It might be Dex Tools. Dex Tools just needed a reload. That was crazy. This is obnoxious when this computer does this, and it only ever happens when I'm live streaming. And so, sing, come on. Here's what I'm going to do. I am going to stop sharing my screen for a second because that is causing a major problem. I'm going to make myself larger here. There we go. And this is a great time for me to tell you. And it's actually later than 4:30. So typically what I would be doing right now is like wrapping up the news. But we're a little behind today, and that is a-okay because we got some time. I just want to make sure that I close up whatever in the world is bogging this computer down because something is doing that. But this is a great opportunity for you guys to please go ahead. If you have not done already, or if you just got here, if something in the world just happened to bring you together with me and the rest of the crew here, I would like for my show mascot, one of my best friends in the world, to tell you something.
Oh, Dad, how about this one?
There you go. That's my little homie right there. Mash that like button. All right, let's see. Can we blast through headlines like we wanted to? So we did the SEC Ripple legal battle. All right. I had said earlier in the show that what is, let's see. I want to bring up this Binance story. Here we go. This is the next one. So I had told you something about this a little bit earlier when we were kind of just getting started. So Abu Dhabi invested a record $2 billion in Binance. And now why do I say this is a record? $2 billion. Like, come on, that's not like the biggest investment ever. Well, guess what? Guess what? This is the largest ever crypto-related business deal and the largest transaction using crypto assets. They used, I believe, stablecoin, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, using stablecoins, making a historic crypto investment. That's massive, massive. Let's see. Binance aims to strengthen its ties within the UAE, where it employs 20% of its workforce, despite a prior shift away from the region. There you go. All right, let's go through this. So MGX, that's a sovereign wealth fund out of Abu Dhabi. They invested the $2 billion into Binance, and the transaction happened entirely using stablecoins. I wonder, what did they use? What did CZ say? Coming from CZ, he said MGX and Abu Dhabi Sovereign Wealth Fund invest $2 billion in Binance for a minority stake. The transaction will be 100% in crypto stablecoins, marking it the largest investment transaction done in crypto to date. This is also the first institutional investment Binance has taken. Onwards, build. All right, that was from CZ. That's really cool. So now the new CEO, Richard Tang, he went on and said that it's a significant milestone. They are excited to announce the first ever institutional investment in Binance by MGX. This is a significant step in advancing digital asset adoption and reinforcing blockchain's role in global finance. I mean, I just honestly, like, you can't be more bullish on crypto and blockchain right now. You literally can't. With the amount of money that the governments are putting into these things, or at least the conversations at the moment, but the money that is ultimately going to follow when they make good on these deals and all this stuff. I tell you what, man, if you are not bullish on crypto right now, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing? This is amazing. This is huge news. Oh, there's another super chat. Deverati Roy. Again, Roy, excuse me. Deverati Roy. Thank you. Hey Jay, thanks for answering. Let me rephrase this. Which alt can create the lower low still? Oh, okay. XRP Ondo HBAR render. I swapped 60% XRP at 211 to Ondo. Okay, there you go. That was a good thing. To me, a lower low is probably got to be HBAR. Let's just go look at those now. Let's just forget the news for now. All right, let's look at XRP and my initial thing to say is that it's going to be HBAR only because HBAR did a much better job of holding its gains from the November pump than pretty much anything else. There's very few things. XRP is one of those as well, but I feel like HBAR, actually, maybe XRP did now. Now we're looking at this. Okay, so let's pull up 1, 2, 3. So XRP, Ondo, HBAR, and render. So we'll just pull up 4 charts. Let's do it like this. So XRP, and then Ondo, and then HBAR, render. All right, so let's put them all on a daily. All right. So we have got these all on a daily. Let's lift these up. We don't care about that right now. So we've got XRP set up. Let's get Ondo lined in. November. We're going to look about the same kind of time frames here, okay? Sorry, give me this. I'm sorry it's taking me a second to line up, but we'll get this. And I want to turn off that. I don't want that. And then scroll this sucker out to about the same time, November. All right, so we're looking roughly about the same charts. All right, so looking at where we are between this is going to be like that, like right here. Okay. Just by looking at these, if we were to have a farther meltdown of the market, I would say HBAR, XRP, Ondo. Those are ones. Now, those are ones. And why I say that is we can go back into the past. All right, here, let me actually pull me off. There you go. Now you can just see this stuff. Okay, SEC case about to be dropped with XRP. Absolutely. I see. I don't think XRP is going to drop any lower. Again, let's talk. We talk about the narratives and all that stuff, and so putting in a lower low. I feel like render. The problem with render, and we can zoom out even farther with render, is you've got to go back all the way to November of 2023 to get back to where we are price wise, right? Whereas for Ondo, we're back to November of 2024. For XRP, we never really left this zone, right? HBAR, it kind of flirted around a little bit here, but back down here in December of 2024. And so in my opinion, if you're looking for what's going to create a lower low still, technically XRP, because it is still the highest gain that didn't retrace as much. So just on a chart, and this is why it's a little difficult for me. So like just on a chart, and hopefully this makes more sense. But when you look at these 4 specific charts, I mean, just on a chart basis, you would think without any narrative whatsoever, you have got, wait, okay. And I don't think we have even any of the right indicators on. Let's do. I think that I would probably want to investigate this a little bit further, right? Because you would want to look at a lot more indicators. You would want to look at, anything down below and see, like, is there trouble brewing, right? Are things going downhill? Like H bar probably, in my opinion, is going to put in a lower low before anything else does. Render's kind of in a particular free fall, in my opinion. Like, I don't understand why it's down as low as we were back here in 2023 when everything else held at least to 2024 style pricing, right? Render did not. Why is that? I don't know. Render's got a bright future, but it just keeps going. So, I mean, we can just on the charts without any of the things below. I mean, I would still stick to that. Like H bar probably is going to come down farther. H bar seems like it's got the most, and like XRP. If this SEC case comes out, even if the rest of crypto goes down, like SEC, the XRP, I feel like has positioned itself well enough that at some point it might run independently, or even if we slip into a short-term bear market, XRP might perform very well. I mean, we saw Link do that once before, where during a bear market, everything else was doing shit, like absolutely dog shit going down, and Link was performing well. Like, we've seen stuff like that happen. I think it all depends on, like, really what is happening. And we know that the narrative with XRP is absolutely bullish. And so they may wrap this thing up quick, and they may move some fast track stuff for XRP and get this thing rolling, hopping in. And because we know the partnership, look, Brad Garlinghouse had said several weeks ago that in the last 6 weeks of 2024, he inked more deals with US based companies than in the previous 6 months. There is so much good news and shit that's ready to come out. Like, they just need this to end. And if this is going to end soon, man, this thing may just blow the doors wide open. I'm super confident about my $10 bet with AJ. You see people like Patrick Bet David, who was saying XRP to $1,000 because they're going to get, scoop of the quadrillions that are coming in. That's insanity, right? Like, absolute insanity to think that that's a part of any of this yet. Maybe in like 20 years or whatever. But the $10 target by Christmas, I believe, is definitely a slam dunk. So for XRP. So I don't want to give you the advice of, hey, this is going to print a lower with XRP, because I don't see it happening. So for me, it's either H bar or Render, because it's in a those are more of in a slump or potential to go into a slump than either XRP or Ondo. So I hope my fam, Devarati Roy. Why do I keep saying that? I got blurry eyes. Devarati Roy. My bad, fam. I hope that answers your question. Again, H bar, in my opinion, will fall more potentially than the others, only because of where it's at. And we will get more into, I will get more granular into these. It's really hard for me to do this with 4 when I've got the live stream up and all that stuff, but we'll get into this individually, and we can look at, we can look at the 50 and the 200 and kind of see where those are. We can look at volume. We can look at some of the indicators on each one of these, and really get a gauge of what's the action looking like on some of these. And so we can take a look at that later, or maybe even tomorrow, depending on where we're at. I know we're getting close to 5, and I do know that I got to be out of here by like 5:30 at the latest, because we got to go to dinner. Got to grab a steak. Patrick Bet David needs to stick to politics. I mean, it's funny to see him doing all these XRP videos. He must have bought in big. He must have gone heavy. And so I thought, $10 by Christmas. I thought that was way more reasonable than $1,000. Jake the Crypto Snack says, I don't see a world where XRP is $1,000, let alone $100 anytime. No, I'm with you. $10 is like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel so much better about saying $10 when you have people saying $1,000 or $100. Like, I feel so much better about all of that. So anyway, Blocky needs a sub to hit 200. Let's get it. Let's go to let me see here, YouTube. And let me pull up Blocky's channel. Let's get this guy to 200 subs. My goodness, come on. Share, copy, boom. All right, here we go. I just put Blocky's YouTube channel in the chat over on YouTube. Guys, make sure that you give him a sub. We are going to see, I think he might be coming on Friday morning on the morning show. I believe that was what we were talking about. Him and I will chit chat. We'll get that all squared away. But I believe that we're going to do, and then because now he's got the channel up, locked, and loaded, so we're going to start collaborating, talking about charts, painting lines, doing all the fun stuff, man. I'm pumped. Let's go. Oh, my camera moved a little. I gotta make sure that the fam gets up there. I don't want them to miss out on their screen time. Although it just, all you can really see is me. That's, yes, right there. That's my crystal. You guys know I'm a rock nerd. That's my crystal right there. My quartz. Crow, hey brother, I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much for being here. Shout out to my guy Crypto Crow. Great to see you several months ago at a Karate Combat event. Hopefully we'll get to see you soon at conference season soon, man. I appreciate you. It means world to me that you're here. Thank you. Hey, you got to do it, man. Time to move up and on. So let's go. All right, where the heck were we? We are done with all of that. Let's go. The Binance thing. I did want to put this article out as well. This one was about Rumble. Let's go. Why ain't it doing it? Come on now. Come on now. It's not showing the screen, which is wild. Man, this thing's fucked up. This is crazy how this is doing this right now. Wild. Too many, you know what it is? You got way too many good people in the community, in the crowd today. It is just blown up. It's like, man, stop doing this stuff. Let's just chat with the community. I want to do that. I actually want to just chat with you guys because this is really cool to sit here. Mr. Mayo in the house today. Let's go. Let's get it. Man, we got a crew in the house today. I appreciate you guys. Let's go. All right. This is for whatever reason. This article is not going to, for whatever, it doesn't want to show up, but Rumble bought $15 million in Bitcoin today, and they plan a strategic crypto investment. That's pretty interesting. They bought 188 Bitcoin today. There you go. Like to see that. Rumble announced that today. Average cost of $91,000. CEO Chris Pavlovsky. There you go. Bitcoin allocation strategy may be modified, suspended, or discontinued at any time. That's interesting. The actual timing and value of additional Bitcoin purchases, if any, will be determined by management at its discretion, Rumble said. Okay. There you go. They let them tell you. There was another article I had pulled up about South Korea. They're unveiling crypto investment guidelines for institutions. So it was their Financial Services Commission. They're going to introduce institutional crypto investment guidelines by the third quarter or the beginning of H2, as we say. Thank you to our friends over at SWE. If you don't know what I'm talking about, SWE Play 1, the game, the handheld game, it's supposed to come out in H1 2025. What the heck does that mean? Half one. Instead of saying quarters, we say halves now. So get on that level. Halves instead of quarters. Gives you a little bit more wiggle room. All right. The regulator confirmed their plan during a meeting with crypto industry experts. The guidelines will establish standards for institutional investors, including trading rules, disclosure requirements, and risk management protocols. So there you go. South Korea doing the same kind of shit that is happening here in the States, happening over in Japan. Everybody is changing to allow crypto to be part of the financial ecosystem. And then we got, let's see, is this going to work? We share this one. We definitely want to bring this guy up. This is one of our people. Here we go. We talked a little bit about this. Nope, that's not even the one that we want. This one right here. I thought this was really interesting when I read this article. But it does make sense knowing that if they want to be kind of like the mainstream choice, that there's going to have to be some things that unfortunately we don't disagree, that we don't agree with here in crypto, right? Decentralization, not your keys, not your cheese, all that kind of stuff, clawbacks, being able to, freeze assets, all that kind of stuff, things that we don't like in crypto, but we understand for the mainstream to accept it, there's going to have to be instances, the necessary evils, if you will, where things come into play, where that stuff happens. And then hopefully as people come into crypto, like we did, right? We didn't understand the whole shebang when we got in here, but over time we learned and we started to do self-custody and DeFi and all that stuff. So let them come in and all this stuff. But let's get through this article so you can see what I'm talking about in case you're like, what the fuck is this guy talking about? All right, so our guy David Schwartzy, Joel Katz, as you may know him over on X, he recently addressed an important question about the RLUSD stable coin that in a response that clarified, can it be frozen or clawed back? The topic that emerged following legal expert Jeremy Hogan, our family, Jeremy Hogan, on the proposed stablecoin bill. So here we go. Jeremy Hogan, well-known attorney for XRP enthusiasts, share his thoughts on the new stablecoin bill. He questioned whether stablecoins like RLUSD or USDC could be frozen after being transferred. That brought some discussion up. There we go. How does this feature work? An XRPL validator named Vet joined the discussion, further explaining that both Ethereum and XRP ledger allow RLUSD to be frozen or clawed back if law enforcement or court order requires it. The clawback function allows Ripple, as the issuer, to take back tokens under certain conditions. This is useful in cases of fraud, criminal activity, or when tokens are mistakenly sent to the wrong address. And so the wrong address thing, that's something we're talking about, right? Obviously fraud and all that stuff that goes for things that are not like, you and I, like, the people that are here in this chat that are watching this show, like, we're not the fraudsters. That's not what we're talking about. But the whole thing of, the idea of losing your tokens because you sent them to the wrong address, you sent them to a contract, or and maybe this is not something you've done. I've certainly sent tokens to the wrong address before. That's all part of like the learning experience. But so as if you were to go to your bank and try to send money as a wire, and maybe not a wire, I've not actually wired money in a very long time, but if you send money to somebody, like, the bank can stop these things, right? Like, if you have time, you got the option to stop that, a stop payment on a check, all these things, and bring it back if there was like something wrong happened. So that kind of thing happening with crypto is, again, it goes against the ethos of everything that we've ever learned, taught, kind of understood, and really wanted with this blockchain technology. But at the end of the day, necessary evil, necessary feature for most people. When you talk about centralization, and you talk about, obviously, decentralization is the ultimate goal, or was the ultimate goal. But centralization is such a necessary thing for mass adoption, right? And why is that? You're like, come on, man, that's bullshit. Well, it's not. Most people, how many times have, and even people here in crypto have forgotten a password? And you don't forget a PIN number usually, but people do, right? People forget these things all the time. And I know the whole idea of, just write it on like 4 different pieces of paper and send it to like 4 different parts of the world. And this way, if you ever need it, you can just go travel the world and pick it and get your seed phrase back, and then you can get your money back, that kind of thing. Now, that shit's never going to fucking work. Like, that's insane to even think that that is what most people should be doing. No, people are really just want to be able to go to the bank. And I believe that we're very close to this. I feel like it could happen maybe this year if things fast track. Maybe within in the next 18 months, right? Where you can go to your bank and say, hey, account manager, I would like to take 25% of my savings account, and I would like to put it into crypto. I'd like to put it into Bitcoin or XRP or whatever the bank happens to offer. I assume it's going to be the top 5, right? The basket, even though Cardano is not in the top 5, but it is, a high profile coin, if you will, right? And so it got included in that Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, Solana, and Cardano basket, right? Of things we're going to have in our reserve. And so maybe that's kind of the indicator of the first 5 that banks are going to be able to offer to clients and customers at banks, because we know they're chomping at the bit to do that. So all of that being said and done, right? Like, in order for your bank to be able to do that, that's the centralized entity, and they're going to be the ones to hold that shit. Now, hopefully they actually, buy it and you hold those coins in case you want to withdraw them, versus like what they do right now with fractionalized banking. But we'll see how all of that legislation, how all of that regulation, how all of that comes down with, you know, client services and crypto and banks. So all right, man, that was me looking on another page for a while. Let's see. Wrong address is hurt. I feel you, man. I feel you. We've all done that. That was one of my what is fun, and I've done it with some actual coins too. But the one that I will never forget, and ultimately, I think it was worth like $1,000 at the time. And this was back in this had to be back in 2018 or 2017. This might have actually been in 2017. I think this is one of my first DeFi kind of experiences. I had sent 100,000 piggy coin to a contract address versus a wallet address, and that was it, man. Never got them back. It was one of those things where and at this point, I'm fairly confident that if you were to like look if you were to like have it on a wallet, like they wouldn't even show the price. It's been a gazillion years, and I would assume that it's one you don't look, right. You just never look. Maybe it went on to be competing with Bitcoin, and it would crush your soul. So you just never look. But you know, it is what it is. So that's, you know, that was way back when. Very interesting. Piggy coin. I haven't thought about that one in a while. Let's see. Money High Life AK fan, what's up? Wiring money is slow and expensive. I had to wire money to fix my parents' heat pump, and it took 3 days and cost $25 to send $9. That's crazy. The waiting to send money through wire. That's why crypto is the ultimate kind of end all be all and the game changer, the disruptor for that whole ecosystem, because it's, you know, it's like almost instantaneous for the most part. We know Bitcoin's got a little bit of time, and we know ETH can be a little slow and clunky sometimes. Everything else is quick. I wonder what is going to be the chosen one and the finality speed of it all. What else we got in our chat? Yeah, Doug, I really hope, same, man. I hope they use actual assets rather than just IOUs. It would be because you have to be able to not your keys, not your cheese. Like, and if you can't pull them out, if you can't pull those assets out, man, that is it. Solana is so fast, huh, Corey? I believe Sui could be the fastest. I believe Algorand could be fastest, cheapest, right? Isn't Algo one of those ones where you can do like more than 10,000 transactions with $1 worth of the coin? That's how cheap they are, and near instant finality, like 3 seconds or something like that. Something like that. We'll see. All right, where in the heck that was it. That was all of our news. We are done with the news today. We can look now at our charge. Let's look at them. Do we want to look at them? You know what I want to do? I think if you guys are okay with it. Jake the Crypto Snack said his algo wallet got a dust attack and you're half paranoid to touch it. Adios mio. Speed of a blockchain means nothing if it can't stay online and not have tons of failed transactions. Just saying. Listen, it's funny. There are a lot of metrics. There are a lot of things that people talk about. And I love when people talk about, you know, the number of wallets. I start laughing. I'm like, you know how fucking easy it is to just like shotgun blast like 1,000 wallets. Like, I don't want to hear about that. You're absolutely correct. The speed of the blockchain means nothing if it cannot stay online. And we have seen several blockchains time and time again go up, and tons of failed transactions. We know all about that. We know all about that. All right. As much as I want to actually get in the charts, it's 5:06. I would not leave enough time, but I want to definitely look at some of those things that we were, community requested yesterday. But here's the deal. We're going to do all that tomorrow. And I appreciate you guys being here. Definitely, I am showing, and shout out to y'all. I'm showing you about 45 of you over on YouTube. Thank you. I appreciate you guys. Make sure you smash the like button. It's showing about 560 viewers accumulation over on X. So that's awesome. Appreciate you guys. I love this. Our community is growing and growing every day. Make sure you guys smash the like button on your way out. Hit the heart if you are watching on X. We'll be back. I'll do no news. Tomorrow is a no daily bull div. There's a Bailey. Okay. All right. Well, we've got a lot to look at tomorrow. We're going to do no news tomorrow, all charts. No news unless there's something absolutely massive that we got to cover. We're just going to look at nothing but charts tomorrow. So I appreciate you guys being here. Thank you so much. Have a great rest of your day. Remember, if there's anything that you can do between now and tomorrow to improve yourself by 1%, no matter what it is, if it's about your career, if it's about your health, if it's about your wealth, if it's about your relationships, it doesn't matter. Literally doesn't matter. Find something in your life that you want to start improving and do a little bit every day, 1%, maybe even 0.5%. If a 1% at the beginning is too much, it doesn't matter. Remember, and I was talking about this the other day, you will take steps back. You will lose progress here and there, and that is A-okay. That is A-okay, as long as you are remembering that you just want to keep pushing forward. So keep pushing forward. We'll see you tomorrow. Adios.